So Lauren, what's your latest project now? What's happening?
I'm not working on a project. I'm working on myself.
Yes.
I'm going through this spiritual change. Where, like, I'm working on taking negatives out of my life. Why are you looking at me like that?
Who is the negative in that you're trying to remove?
It's just like, you know, balancing your life. I burn incense and candles, and I'm reading more books about Buddhism and
that's bordering on witchcraft, my dear. You have the long hair, you need a broom, what else you need? So what you need in your life, my dear, is more of me and not more of money. If you have more of me, you're not going to need money, trust me. Yes.
You have a lot of money?
No, but George would translate to money. No, George translates to money. George is more than money. You and date captain.
She doesn't know how much money I make.
On the point of crime, a lot of things happen in the home, as you said, domestic violence.
Yes.
Police can't solve domestic violence. If me and her have an argument now and she stab me, or more likely me stab she, you understand?
Yes.
I mean, how can police stop that from happening?
We can never totally eradicate crime, but what we can do is reduce it. And again, it is going to be a value system. It's going to be based on the value system within any society, within the country, or any grouping. Now, it is going to be a lot to do with discipline. You have self-discipline and group discipline. And one of the things is that we are not emphasizing the group discipline
ask you a question.
as much as we should.
Would you, if you got the job, would you take up the job of National Security Minister?
Definitely,
so?
definitely. George, when I become minister, I'll certainly draft you.
Of course.
And the others like you.
I will lock up people like she.
Well, she would
Let's
be able
talk
to
about something that makes sense. Let's talk
like
about
what?
Whitney Houston.
And that makes sense?
Yeah.
Seriously? You don't hear say she introduced Bobby to cook.
That's not true.
Wait, man, that's not true.
That's not true.
The literature says so.
That's not true.
You know the difference between coke and wheat price. You can buy 50
Let
dollars.
me tell you what happened is because Whitney made them get catch.
No.
Because she never know how to take coke
Listen.
and hide. If you're in a relationship with a man and you love him, anything he tells you, you will believe.
No.
If him say go and go sniff powder or flour.
No, Stacia, you know what? No. Whitney enjoyed the role in the relationship with Bobby that she would want to enjoy with a man. Whitney had the money, had the power, had the popularity, the fame.
She didn't have love. He ruled her with.
Will you prefer cash or love?
I like cash.
There you go.
I think so.
But if I had cash, I would want love. But you ruined my life.
You hear what I'm saying?
With this song, this browning song.
When you brown?
I'm not brown.
What you do?
I'm not brown.
You're not brown, but you like the white man.
How did we get to white man?
No, yeah, but because you bring up the color issue.
No, I'm not bringing up the color issue. First of all, everything that Buju sings about, he lives it. I think.
I agree with Lauren.
All right.
Not necessarily. No, all right,
Not
not necessarily.
necessarily.
Like me, I'm a song where I talk about jackets.
Yes.
Where like when there with the man for how much years I'm sleep with him friend.
Yes.
And him think they pick me a film, but I'm friend pick me.
I never did
I don't even have a kid.
But you are probably thinking about having a kid with somebody else.
Exactly.
Lauren, you have problems. It's not.
What?
It's talking about people, other people experience. It's something that other people can relate to because
agree.
it's things that I
But
see happen.
Talk out your life story. Go on. What the jacket am I get?
I'll change the title.
Yeah, so we can work with she.
I said to her, you know you need to have the title.
We can work with stations, but like Lauren now, who if me I make more money than her, she go want to leave her work and lead them.
That's not true.
You mean that is not true? That is so true. That is true.
You have to make more money than her to date her in the first place.
No, but the stations don't me and her could have dated her even though she make 10 times what me make.
That's because stations end up on a different level.
Sophia ended up on a different level. I'm glad you agree.
I'm independent as long as I don't have a man. If I have a man, then I waiver the independence. I want your money.
No.
You're not even a gold digger. You're a mining entrepreneur.
You have
an industry to yourself.
Thank you very much.
Because you see things only from
So you
one
see,
direction.
the conversation moved from independent women to gold diggers.
That's not bad. I'm a fabulous looking piece of eye candy.
Well, you come on.
The reason is that because the trainer is sleeping with a lot of women uptown,
The
nobody's
tone to deal with that. We'll check Dr. Abrams downstairs.
The freighter to break to bolt, electrified like 10 million volts. For Jamaica shock out into the 4x1 with an epic, mind-blowing world record run. In the 100 meters bold fall start, you'd expect to get gold but end up with naught. Blake take that to be the youngest champ while Carter faltered with a bad leg cramp. Bolt did vex, but say never cry, and take the 200 with blood in him eye. So we end up with gold in the 1 and the 2, but in the 4x1, what would we do? Leaded anchor the team in the heat, but for the final, them ask you seeing for do it. The record was ours, but could we go faster and could we achieve it without a surfer? Jamaica, USA, France sent kits. Italy, Poland, the Trinis and the Brits. All get set in the starting blocks. Then the gun go off and them start the clock. Carter take off like a bullet from a gun with a scintillating first leg run. Hand over to Freighter in the lead, who run when left them at top speed. Smooth hand over, no mistake. Pass the baton to Johan Blake, but when Johan passed to Usain, that's when things did get insane. For Davis Patton of the USA, run up in a Great Britain's RAA, losing balance and King Lick and end up a ground and drop the stick, leaving Walter Dix empty-handed down the track alone and stranded. Tragedy for USA and for Dix, but in the meantime, Rumpus in a lane 6. For the way Usain took off was frightening. No wonder people call him lightning. And the way him accelerate and was a move, it's like him would have something to prove. The man was focused and intense and give the feel a donkey lengths. Between him and the next guy was such space. It's like them was around 2 different races. Both blaze the track and run through the line, and Jamaica get goal in record time, faster than any had run before, in 37.04. The only record in they go that broke, only Jamaicans posed beside the clock, bringing the games to a grand climax, creating history upon the track. And the last anthem that them did play was the one from the island of J.A. So we do it chat about done now, I mean? Big up the black and gold and green.
I feel really bad that this man is talking about my hair because I don't have any problem wearing my weave.
He speaks truth.
I don't have a problem with my weave.
No, when she
Some
dropped
people
down
just
at the
can't do
hospital,
without
I'd be
hair.
like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
see how
Some
the weave
people
thing.
can't do without hair.
Like
Help.
enhance.
Yeah, I
like
can't do
you-
without my
The hair
weave.
is necessary.
Yes.
I can't do without my weave.
You are
Listen,
king without the hair.
and them false girl that want to come spend
No,
man
no,
hard
no,
work
yes.
money.
No,
You must
yes.
man.
No, but
Is
What?
You
Is
come on. Of course.
Is this
Hello, if we go,
Come on.
if we go after 3 any day after 12,
George.
me look my hair and me look one girl, me look
I'm
like
not
you.
coming. I'm wearing
I can
Brazilian
testify to
weave.
that.
You know, I go to the gym all the time. I'm doing spiritual
become better than that.
cleanses. You know, I get little outfits. I shop at Asian provocateur.
No,
I'm an investment.
Listen.
I'm an investment.
You know what you are? You're an
You need to
alien.
invest yourself
You
with
are
that
an
brain.
alien.
I have a
You're
brain.
so ditzy.
I'm educated and all that.